Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new tutorial on the channel, and today I'm going to show you how you can optimize Streamlabs so you can stream like a professional on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer. So what you want to go ahead and do is go to the website linked in the description down below, streamlabs.com, and download it just like this. It's absolutely free and there's no viruses whatsoever. So as you can imagine, it's a streaming app, so that allows you to stream on various websites here and look very professional. Alrighty, so this is Streamlabs, and as you can see, it is a little intimidating. So if you don't know what you're doing, let me guide you through it. So as you can see, we have a main display. This is pretty much what shows up on stream. We have a chat so people can actually communicate with the host. We have a mini feed so we can see who follows, subs, gifts, etc. And we have sources and scenes. So normally these are blank for new people, but let's add something to it. All we have to do is add a new scene by doing that and then pressing the done button. You can name it whatever you want. Now that you have a new scene, you want to go over here to the source box right here, and as you can see, it is quite empty. But we can fill it up pretty quickly. All we have to do is press the plus icon right here, and that'll bring up this window where we can pretty much add anything we want. So we can add a display thing, we can add a game capture, a window capture, and a video capture device. I'm going to be using a display capture just because it's really easy and it pretty much just shows you what you can see. So I'm going to add a new one. If you don't already have one, you can do that. And you can pretty much modify what you want to see. So display 1 or display 2, which would be the monitors you can see here. But yeah, so we're just going to pick on display 1 and keep capture cursor on. This is technically all you really need to start streaming, but we can make it a little bit more advanced. So if we press the icon one more time, we can add an alert box. So this will pretty much alert the host or streamer to a new thing. So if we don't already have one, we can add one, but I already do, so let's just do that. And then we can open it and we can change the settings here to whatever we want. I'm not going to get into that. You can do it on your own and explore the features. We can move it around to wherever we feel like, increase or decrease the size. Let me just do that real quick. We can change the size to really small or really big. I'm going to keep it nice and small. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move it up a little bit. And this will be notifying the host to followers, subscribers, and donations, bits, and hosts, stuff like that. So as you can see, there's a GIF and there's a message, stuff like that. That's pretty cool and all. Let's move it around to the bottom right corner. And then we can add a chat box, pretty essential, I think, in my opinion. And then we can make a new one if we don't already have one, but I already do. And we can move it to right there. Double click on it to modify the settings as well. You can change the height, size, text, format, etc. Stuff like that. And yeah, so that can go anywhere we want. Let's make it really big because why not? And if we spam in the chat, you can see that my message will now show up in the display here. So everything in this display will show up on Twitch or YouTube depending on how you set it up. But yeah, we have that right there, and then that's pretty much all I use. If we want to go over here to my DS setup, we can see we have a game here, lower screen, chat, and then a timer. If you want to add a timer, you want to open up the wonderful thing called live splits. I already have that on my second screen. Open this up, put it over here on my second screen, and then go to our new scene, add, and then a window capture, add, and then go to new if you don't already have one. Name it whatever you want, and then I'm going to go here and then add live splits. Capture cursor off. There we go. And now we can modify that to whatever size we want. And then we just do that. There we go. We have that. And our stream is pretty much complete. Now this doesn't look very good in my opinion at all, because none of the things are proportionally correct. But that's okay. With a little bit of modification and a little bit of moving around, you can make things look really cool. So if I just spam in the chat one more time, as you can see, we now have a decent looking format. Here we have the timer, chat, lower screen, and then the game. So yeah, next thing we're going to go do is the dashboard. So here's the dashboard, and as long as you're signed in, you want to go to streamlabs.com/dashboard, and it'll bring you to something that looks kind of like this. Now you want to go to the alert box and modify whatever settings you want. As you can see, we have the general settings, and this is all that you can modify, bad words, the format, things like that. And yeah, so if we go to followers, you can pretty much change the GIF, the sound, duration, things like that. And you can do that for all of the settings here. You got the host, bits, raid, etc, etc. And if you don't have Streamlabs open, you can just press these buttons and test your things. I'm not going to press them because they're really loud, and I forgot to turn those down during recording, so I apologize. But yeah, if I wanted to change them, all I have to do is go to change media and then find a GIF on the internet or just look it up. So if I have one, I don't think. Here, we'll just use that. Why not? So if I really wanted to, I could just do that, and then that would be our thing, select, and then we have that as our gift, or I mean our video for or picture for the host. So whenever someone hosts, this will show up and it'll have a sound effect. We can change that as well, but I don't have any sound effects that I want to use. So yeah, that's the dashboard. There's one last thing we do before we start streaming, and that is to go to the settings real quick, just so we have everything in check. So here are the general settings. You don't really have to modify any of these things. You want to go to the stream settings, make sure you're actually using the correct service. So if you're doing it on Twitch, make sure you hit Twitch. If you're doing it on YouTube, make sure you hit YouTube. And make sure you also have the right stream key. So you want to go to your stream settings on your platform, such as Twitch or such as YouTube, and copy and paste the stream key into here, and make sure not to show it to anyone or they'll have control of your stream. Next, you want to go to output, and this pretty much dictates the resolution and quality of your stream. The higher the bitrate, the better, and the higher resolution, obviously, the better. But my computer really can't handle 1080p right now, so I'm just going to keep it at that. Actually, why not? Let's just do that. And yeah, then you want to go to recording. You can change whatever settings you want to do here. 15,000 is pretty good, I would say. 1080p, everything like that. Audio, you don't really need to worry about that. Video, like I said, 1080p. This is for actually recording, because Streamlabs does work for OBS as well, so you can just record instead of streaming, which is something you can do. Common FPS, 60 is always good if your computer can handle it. Hotkeys are very important. So I have my start streaming key and my end streaming key at the same thing. So I just have the plus button on my numpad, so I press that when I'm in the game to start streaming. And then end recording minus, and then stop recording is equal, so I can just press those instead of having to go and drag my mouse all the way to the Streamlabs. Next, you want to go over here, and if you have the keys on your computer, you can switch keys. You can switch scenes as well. So you can see I have W here, I have M, and then N. So yeah, you can also hide or show certain aspects of each scene here. So if I wanted to, let's say, remove the, or I guess not show the followers for some reason, then I could disable that with a simple button. And then yeah, advanced, don't need to really worry about that, and then everything else you don't really need to worry about. So if I show you real quick, if I press M, you can do that. If I press W, do that. All these buttons have certain things, so we can switch between them in game instead of having to go all the way over here and press those manually. And with all of that, you can pretty much start streaming. So you want to press this button right here and change the title of your stream to whatever you're doing, the game, the tags, and connect to your Twitter if you want to notify your followers that you are going live. Press this button, or if you already have that set up, you can press your go live button on your keyboard with your shortcuts and go live and get famous. I don't know, do whatever you want. If you have any questions about any of this process, leave them in the comments and I will try my best to answer them to the best ability I have. And with that, make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, if you found it helpful in any way. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Make sure to hit the bell as well, and you'll be notified whenever I make a questionable video like this. And with that, I'm out. Have a nice day, and remember to smile. Bye!